Welcome back to Better Kansas City. Dance, tea ceremonies, food, art, cosplay, and so much more. It's time for the 22nd annual Greater Kansas City Japan Festival. Joining us now is the whole crew, or at least a lot of people from the Greater Kansas City Japan Festival. We are talking a modern samurai and a sword master, Isao Machii. He's right next to me. Then it's his student. This is Hiroshi Onaka. And we also have John Lytton. And you guys all have your own unique stories, but this guy here, he holds 6 world records. So what does it mean to actually be a sword master? And if you could work to translate a bit.
Okay, sure. 剣術の先生になるということはあなたにとってどういう意味でしょうか。
先生になりたいとかではなくて、自分が好きな剣の道を極めたい。ただそれだけです。
I didn't plan to become a sword master, but I was just interested in the swords.
Okay, and then let's also talk about this. How do you actually pronounce sword in Japanese?
日本語で、ソードのことを何て言いますか。
もうそのまま日本刀ですね。
Nihonto, or there's another one, right? Katana.
Katana. Okay, wonderful. So let's talk about how long it took to get these Guinness Book of World Records, because he holds 6. And again, world record. Hello.
ギネスレコードを取るのにどのぐらいの年月がかかりましたか。
私からギネス記録を挑戦しようとしたことは一度もないんです。すべて日本のテレビ局の企画で、こんなことをできないかなというのに答えてきただけなんですね。
I originally didn't have any intention to try for a Guinness World Record. But,
Not even trying? Wow.
Well, so he was just interested in pursuing his own skill, and then a TV station said, why don't you try it? And that was the impetus that caused him to go down that road.
Well, I think that's our cue here to ask him if he could do a sword draw. I'm going to take a step away a bit because this thing, it looks pretty sharp.
Yeah. 刀ちょっと抜いてみてもらえますか。ちょっと。
Do you think you could show us a movement?
Okay. いくつかちょっと型動いてみせてもらえますか。
Here we go, folks.
例えば相手が面を打ってくるのを
Somebody tried to cut from the head.
流して切るとか。
Oh my gosh, this is the day I lose it on TV. This is awesome. Thank you so much for that first step. So, is this your first time in the Midwest, and what are you expecting from the festival?
この中世の期間今回初めてですか。
初めてです。
Yes, first time.
Okay, he just came over from Japan. So, John Lytton, you also are performing. You're a musical performer. So, what can we expect from you and some of the other musicians at the festival?
So, well, there's going to be a big taiko group. I think everybody knows about that. But what I'm going to do is perform with 2 musicians who are coming from Boulder, Colorado. One is a koto player, which is kind of like a harp that sits on the floor and you play it like that.
Wonderful.
And then there's an American guy who's a shakuhachi player. It's a vertical bamboo flute. And I play the shamisen, which has a long neck and 3 strings and kind of a square body. You play like that. And I also play a drum, which has an hourglass-shaped body, and the ropes on it are adjustable, so you can get different sounds. And you play it on your shoulder, and it's the only drum in the world that's played with an upstroke, as far as I know.
Okay, well, it's so nice to be able to learn a little bit more about Japanese culture. Now, Hiroshi, I want to ask you one more question, because you actually live here in Texas, is that, or you live in Seattle?
Right now I live in Japan. Used to be.
Okay, so he's lived both in Japan and over here in the States. What are the big differences, just to top off a couple?
Well, that's a tough question, but
it is, right?
Yeah. Well, the American and Japanese cultures, as you know, totally different. But once everybody's the same as a human being, so you can touch.
Well, that's very well said.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all of your time this morning, and of course, all the sword mastery that we're seeing here today, and of course, this weekend. Again, the Greater Kansas City Japan Festival is tomorrow, October 5th. It's from 10 in the morning until 7 p.m. at the Johnson County Community College in the Carlson Center. For more information, visit kcjapanfestival.org.